Hello and welcome back to Pendor Rearmed. I'm actually speaking to one of the Feared Vein vassals, and I'm kind of hoping that maybe my persuasive skills are going to be enough to get him to our side. So you can see here, finally, one should always think carefully about retracting one's allegiance, even if there is good reason, as it is not good to get a name as one who changes lieges easily. In this case, however, many men would understand. Okay, so basically what I've already done is I've gone through some of the persuasion elements, and I basically said to him, yeah, you know what, you should just join us. And he said, yes, actually, I think you make a good point. So hopefully he will do this. Oh well. Never mind. Alright, just going to attack him then. We've got 394 enemies. I was very much hoping that we'd be able to accomplish something there, because he literally said, and I'm going to just almost directly quote him here. He said, I might be safer militarily if I joined you. You also have a huge amount of territory and fiefs and crazy stuff like that, and we have nothing. And yeah, it's basically he pretty much just said I would be so much better if I joined you, and that's it. That's literally what he said. So I'm a little bit perplexed as to why he didn't join us. I mean, yeah, I know someone said that we need 25, 25 relation. I personally think that 25 relation is way too much, if that is indeed how much we need, because I think it probably is, because it looks to be that. Because I did try with 15 or something like that. I did try to recruit someone or try to persuade someone, and it did not work out too well. So obviously, yeah. I think it's a bit too much, to be honest. And if I'd known, actually, that was what I needed to do to actually make the claimant quest work, I probably would have said no. I probably would have said, yeah, you know what? It's too... Well, it's too grindy, We're already having a relatively harsh, grindy time in regards to, capturing things all by ourselves. And having to cultivate a significant amount of relation by ourselves, by the way, is I'm gonna say maybe a little bit too much, maybe a little bit too much for my liking. I'm not a big fan of grind most of the time, unless the grind is actually enjoyable. However, in this case, I don't think it's that fun. I think it's fun to do the claimant quest, don't get me wrong, right? I think it's really, really cool to do that and to actually see what happens, because I've never done it before, but now I know why I haven't. Now I know why I haven't, because it is... it's one of those. It's one of those where you just kind of think, I have to do so much grinding. And yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to go, but... Well, the only thing I can really do now is try to pretty much just increase their relation with us by such a significant amount. I don't know how it's going to work, but I guess we'll give it a go. As you can see, we will be victorious in the end. All right, and there it is, 38 renown for us and 43 morale. Yeah, we've actually needed some morale pretty badly. Anyway, yeah, just gonna let him go. We still... Okay, I gotta say something right now. If I actually do need to persuade vassals to complete the claimant quest, I think it's not actually going to be something I will be able to do. So I think what we'll maybe do is we'll leave it a little bit longer. I have waited a little, somewhat off screen, a couple of days, just to see what would happen. And it does look as though the Feared Vein are pretty much just randomly running around all the time. They don't actually seem to be doing much, which I'm kind of a bit disgruntled about that. But we'll see. We'll see if they are actually going to do something. But if they don't, then we might have to literally just give up. We just literally might have to give up. I really don't want to do that, as I say, because I think that's a huge waste. But if we think about it from a, sort of more logical perspective, if I say to him, I don't want to do this anymore, then we may, in fact, just get all of these fees for ourselves, right? And we are, well, I mean, we're pretty good. We've got some pretty strong, you know, pretty strong territory and everything. So we might actually be able to make something pretty fun work. And then we'd also have our very own faction. So that would be kind of cool, right? Ruvar, where's Ruvar? Isn't that nearby? Ah, wait a minute. It might be down here. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Where is it? I'm not seeing it. Is it just me? Ah, it's all the way down there. Okay, yeah, I think that's a heretic army, actually. Do I want to fight a heretic army? I don't really want to. I'd like to fight more Fierdsvain, but it's rather amusing because basically what's happening right now is when we let the Fierdsvain go, we're only getting about 2 relation. So if you think about how much we would need to be able to persuade them, if it is 25 that we need, right? We're going to need, you guessed it, 12.5 battles. And indeed, every single time we're going to have to let them go because we're going to need 2 relation every single time. And so we need 12.5 or 13 in this case to be able to make it to 25. And I think that actually is bonkers. I think that is absolute bonkers. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how anyone is supposed to get 25 with every single one of these guys if you are letting them go every single time, right? If you're letting them go every single time and you always get 2 relation, I mean, obviously it depends on the vassal, I suppose, but let's just say that you do get 2 relation. That means 13 captures and releases, as much as you can possibly get. And I think that that is, well, as I said, I think that is hilarious and probably should have been reworked a whole bunch of time ago. I don't know. But yeah, the Claimant quest, I'm not sure if it's going to work. So yeah, I'm going to just wait here for a little bit more time. I'm going to wait until March 24th, 25th, something like that. I'll wait for another week or so and we'll see what happens. As you can see, we got another 40,000. Very nice. And yeah, well, otherwise hope and cross our fingers that something is going to occur here. Alright, so I'm actually speaking to this guy. He has a relatively decent amount of relation with us. He's got 17, so I think this is going to give us a slightly better chance of him joining us, but let's see what happens. And so I'm going to show you a bit more of the, well, progress here, I guess. But yeah, anyway, I might be safer if I joined you. Politically, I would be in a better position in the court of my current liege. Really? Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, it's time for you to make a decision. Okay, so there you go. Never mind. I'm not entirely sure why he says, politically, I might be more, in a better position if I stay in my current, current place. I don't know. I'm not sure what they really think about that. But yeah, it's been about 5 days since the cutaway. And, well, nothing has really happened. So I'm kind of in a little bit of a spot here. I'm not sure what we should really do. Because we've struggled, right? We've struggled with basically having, well, yeah, just me in the army the entire time. I'm just solo conquering everything, which is pretty hard to do. It would be nice if we had some help and or were capable of I don't know, creating vassals at the very least. I cannot create vassals. I did actually check on the wiki because I was interested to see if they had some information about this. And while they do have information on claimants, it is mentioned one time that you can create vassals from companions as a claimant supporter. I'm not sure whether that only happens in the base game, because it feels to me like that is probably actually the case. It feels like a base game thing. So obviously Pendor in that case would have it disabled, which would definitely make things much more difficult. And obviously, as we know, that's what Pendor's all about. It's making it much more challenging than the base game, than native. That's what it's all about. You know, that's literally what it has successfully done for years. So yeah, there is that. Anyway, we are going to end up dying here at some point, but I'm having fun, so I don't really mind. You know, as I say, I like the combat system. I do like fighting and getting involved in the battle in a more interesting way than just, you know, standing there. So I like it. Anyway, we are... Oh, actually, am I going to live? Oh, I'm actually living? Okay, that's kind of surprising. I thought I was going to die, but apparently not. Well, that's quite funny. All right. I guess I'm pretty happy with that. And indeed, yeah, I mean, this enemy literally just had no idea. But so funny, though. Look at this. 4 deaths. I never would have expected that. Not in a million years. Especially considering we are in a battle against such a small enemy. I guess I shouldn't say small because he is 180. So, you know, it's quite good. Anyway, I am going to let him go once again. And as you can see, look at... This is... Oh, this is madness. I'm sorry. This is absolutely... I think this is crazy because if you just take a look at how much... Look at it this way, right? I literally went into a battle with this guy, right? Went into a battle with him. We lost 1 relation for saying it is time for you to surrender or die, right? So we lost 1 relation with him. And then we gained 2. We gained 2. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So we literally lost 1, gained 2. So it's basically 1 step forward, 2 step... Well, it's basically, yeah. One step back, 2 steps forward. So it's... That's bad. That's pretty bad. I mean, look at this guy. He got 5 relation with us because I let him go beforehand. There's no way he's going to join us. There's no way he's going to join us, right? I'm reluctant to renounce my allegiance when he leads us well. Okay. Let me see here. This one? Yes, I am comfortable with you and your companions more than my current liege. Ah. Oh wait, maybe he's gonna come? No, never mind. Okay, no, he's not going to. He's not going to. That is very, very sad. He just slapped us in the face right there. Did you see that? That was very funny. Anyway, so yeah, we did gain 5 relation with him upon speaking to him because obviously we let him go previously, so that's obviously a pretty nice thing. So I guess that's kind of the main strategy because it requires you to let them go, find them again, speak to them, then you get 5 relation. So you let them go, so you get 2 relation from the letting go, then you get 5 relation for speaking to them again. So that's technically 7, right? And then you attack them again. And then you lose 1, so you then have 6, and then we let them go again, which is 2. So then we'd have 8. Oh god! You see, and you've got to do this like what, 12 times or something. You got to do this like 12 times to gain a relatively significant vassal force. Yeah, and then so you let them go, and so then you'd have 8, right? And then you have to speak to them again, which you then need. Well, you need to find them, obviously, first of all, and then you have another 5. So then you'd have 13. So you'd have a plus 13 relation from 2 engagements with these guys, right? So it actually wouldn't be 13 captures and releases like I estimated beforehand. So at least that is a bit of a relief. However, because this is 13 relation, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to do it 4 times. So it's 4 times dependent on the personality of the Lord in question. Obviously, I don't know what kind of personality this particular fellow has, but who, you know, I'm sure it's a good-natured. It's probably good-natured. I don't think it's a martial one. If it was a martial one, I think we'd probably only gain a very small amount. Good-natured are usually extremely easy to gain relation with. And for me personally, I feel like I should have massive relation with pretty much everyone in Pendor because my honor is so high, or at least I felt like it was quite high. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to let him go. As you see, we gain, 12. He says, I won't forget your act of chivalry. And then if I'm able to find him at some point in the future, which, let's face it, is probably going to be unlikely, but let's just say I am able to find him in the future, we may in fact have the ability to then gain another 5 relation, which would get him, well, still not 25. Oh, dearie me. Okay, yeah. So it's going to be a little bit of a problem situation for us. As I said, I was actually kind of hoping because they had lost all of their fiefs, they'd do the standard thing that happens when a faction has no fiefs left, and that is to disband, right? They'd disband, the various vassals and things like that would go and basically be like, yes, I am going to join that other faction. And it doesn't matter which faction, obviously. I was kind of hoping they'd obviously join us, but of course, if they want to join someone else, then that is their prerogative. That's what they want to do, then that's what they can do. What is this? A First Blood hunting party. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen these guys, but they are Fierdsvain Berserkers. 78 of those fellows. Yeah, that's pretty harsh. But yeah, it's actually quite funny because I don't have any war. There is no war against anyone except the Fierdsvain, which is really weird because obviously they were all very, very eager to declare war on us beforehand, but now they're obviously feeling quite, I don't know, maybe they're feeling quite threatened by our overwhelming strength. Yes, apparently we have some overwhelming strength or something like that. I don't actually know, but yeah, this is a bit of a problem, you see, because now what's happening is because I have such a large army and I am basically just waiting over and over, it's a little bit difficult for us to maintain our army with our food situation. So that's also a problem. Yeah. Okay, well, I think we're going to have to make a decision here. So what I'm going to do is going to wait another 4 days or so, and then I'm going to go over to the Noldor tournament, because let's face it, we do need to do one of those. Last time I didn't forget about it, but I missed it. Salian's declaring war against the Bacchus Empire. Okay, that's absolutely fine. I don't really have a problem with that. What is going on with these guys? Daughters of Persona, they've got 1,460. Wow, yeah, Salian is going to be really, really difficult for us to deal with, by the way. I don't know whether you've noticed that, but every single vassal that I come across that is a part of Salian has an insane amount of troops. It's actually quite staggering. Like, you see King Ulrich himself, he has like 500 or something, and I've seen a number of other vassals with 500 as well from Salian itself. So, very, very intimidating. I'm kind of hoping that whoever's fighting them, I think it's the Empire now, isn't it? I think it's the Empire. They will hopefully... Oh dear, no, they don't seem to be doing a particularly good job, are they? Alright, so I basically just took a small detour here and I went over to Valenbray because I've been getting a bunch of rumors about the chest, and you can see here exactly why. Obviously, massive amounts of various loot. I'm going to try to take as much as I can. Unfortunately, yeah, we don't really have enough space, unfortunately, for all of it. But I'm kind of hoping that we're going to be able to... Yeah, so there we go. I'm going to literally just go in and swap them for some baggage trains. There we go. Just a little bit there. I'm just going to get 2. I think that's more than enough. And I'm going to go to the Noldor tournament. Yes, hopefully I'll get there in time. Alright, here we go. I managed to make it with about 1 to 2 days to spare. Actually, quite surprising, considering we were all the way across the map. But there you go. Alright, so let's make our way in. See if we can maybe make a small little Qualis gem appear in our inventory. I wouldn't be adverse to that. I think that would be quite nice. Can I do some damage? I need just a little bit more, please. Just a little bit more. Thank you. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have a problem here. Yeah, we're gonna have one of those. We're gonna have one of those problems because, as you can quite clearly tell, I am unable to kill any of them. There we go. Okay, thank you very much. I just needed 1 kill. Can you believe it? Spare it. Thank you. Okay, maybe we can do a bit more here. Actually, good. No, we're actually distracting pretty nicely here. I know, it's actually quite funny. I feel like distraction is such a really, really good strategy to have. And I'm not even talking about a strategy that you really want to employ that often, because let's face it, you're probably going to end up dying a lot more often as a result of that. But just look at how nice it is to actually have your team help you in a significant way, in comparison to if you were to not distract them and then the enemy would be in full-on combat with your team. And it's probably going to make a big difference. I'm actually going to tell my guys to hold over here. Literally just going to tell them to hold over here as much as possible. Nice, nice hit, nice hit. Okay, come on, give me that two-handed. Yes, thank you. I will go on this horse. Thank you. Nice damage. And another one. Ooh, no, 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 no. Don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit. How did my guys get killed? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I'm not actually going to skip here because I am a little bit paranoid I'm going to fail. So I'm just going to play it very, very carefully here. It's actually quite funny considering my proficiency in two-handed weapons is so low, but there you go. We still managed it. Yes, we still managed it, surprisingly. Okay, so the question is, do I go for the green team? No, I'm not going to go for the green team. I'll just go and support my guy. Or maybe not, because he's just running around and everyone wants to kill him. It's actually quite surprising. All right, I'm going to literally just... I'm just going to stand here. I'm just going to stand here, and hopefully my team member will not get himself killed. Wow, okay, never mind. This guy is actually... Whoa, that's a Noldor Twilight Knight. Oh, dear. Okay, yeah, no, I shouldn't really have been cheering for him then, because he's going to be my opponent, isn't he? Oh, no. That's kind of bad. Ow. Nice, two-handed. Oh, the two-handed range. Wow, that was just way too good. That was just way too good to say no to. Thank you very much. Ah, yes, Noldor Twilight Knight. They are going to be putting me up against him, aren't they? Yes, yes, they are. Okay. Well, this is going to be pretty easy. Or not. Oh, that was bad timing on my part. Wow, okay, more bad timing. Thankfully, I've got loads of HP, so I think we should be all right. Yep, there you go. Not too bad, not too bad. I was a little bit worried there for a second. Anyway, what did we get? Did we get something? We got an Noldor Spirit Horse. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That's okay, you know, that's fine. Oh. Huh. Well, that's not actually what I was... yeah. Yeah. What a classic. What a classic. You know what? Screw that. I'm not going to let them get away with this. I am going to be... I'm interested in Noldor items. Yes, give me... Yes, there we are. That is what I'm... this is actually better. No, hello, there you go. I'm going to use that one. Ha ha ha, you suck. Yes, I knew it. I knew they were going to suck, and yeah, I've got one over on them now, you see? Because they thought they could give me a stubborn one. No, no, no. Thank you very much. That's not going to happen. We are obviously going to be trying to get the best stuff that we can, at the very least. Yeah, okay, so, well, there's not much more I can do here, unfortunately, so we will have to move on. Now, the question is, what do we do? See, that's the thing. What do we do? I'm thinking that what we do is we probably just say to Mr. Ironhand, just say to him, hey, you know what? I'm not going to be able to do this whole claimant thing because... well, frankly, it's too much grinding. Just way too much grinding. I'm kind of shocked, actually, that there is so much. Because I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to do that, really. I guess the best course of action to take, if you're planning on doing the claimant quest, would be to... do the tasks, right? Do tasks for the vassals. Try to get them to at least, I don't know, 20 each. But the amount of time that would take All right, so I'm not actually sure what we're going to do here. I think we're probably going to have to speak to him and just see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. But what else can we do, right? What else can we do? I mean, let's have a look. As you can see here, he still has 22 lords supporting him. Well, yes. We have an even chance of victory. We don't. We've already won, sir. We must keep... While they have no remaining settlements. I mean, we have no lord with us yet. I mean, yeah, obviously. Okay, let's actually see. You can't abandon me now. Are you serious? I can't support you any longer. I will never forgive you if you abandon my cause. I'm sure. Okay, let's have a look. We lost honor. There is only one thing. I will go from Pendor. You may try, with me gone, you may try to make your peace with Conan go Valdis. Okay. Let's actually see what happens. Your kingdom no longer holds any... Oh, man. Okay. Alright, so I actually found another guy. Yes, I found another one of these vassals. As you can see, I actually increased my relation with him by 1 to 15. And then when I said to him, oh, surrender or die, we ended up losing 1. Yeah, there is that. Now, obviously, as you might expect, I just reloaded, you know, because I was wanting to see what would happen when we abandon the claimant's cause, and clearly that is not an option, right? That is not an option. So we have to stick with this and actually see what happens when we, I don't know, spend a little bit more time on the map. Maybe we just need to be a bit more patient. Maybe that's what's happening. And in that case, what I will do is I will just wait off screen. I'm just going to wait off screen after this particular battle right here. Obviously, this is going to be a relatively simple battle for us, at least I hope so. What we're going to do is, well, shall we say what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait off screen for a whole bunch of time. We'll see what happens, because this guy, as far as I'm aware, was actually just waiting in place. I don't think he was moving around in any way, and that usually happens when a faction and their vassals are getting prepared to leave the faction, right? So basically they're getting ready to disband. And in that case, that's great. That would be fantastic. So I'm hopeful that that is indeed what's going to happen. If not, then I don't know. It's going to be a little bit of a problem, I feel. But I guess we'll see. You know, I guess we'll see what happens. Alright, so we're just going to let this guy go. As you see, we just gained basically 1 relation with him, which is quite funny in itself. Yeah, so we're just going to give these guys... Oh, they didn't actually... Okay, so they can't even... No one can use this. No one has riding skill 8. Of course they don't. Yeah, that's a classic and a half, isn't it? Okay, well, yeah, well, as I said, we'll see what happens. I just wanted to show you how much relation we're going to get with that guy. And otherwise, this is my army. It's pretty... it's not a bad army. I mean, we've got a very strong army in actual fact. No wonder we were able to capture all that stuff, right? Ah, there it is. Okay, so the Fiat's Vein are now no more. They have been eliminated. I didn't even have to wait that long, hilariously enough. I'm actually very surprised. There it is. Your rebellion is victorious. Your faction now has the sole claim to the title of the Fiat's Vein, with Jarl Inar Ironhand as the single ruler. Okay, that is absolutely perfect. Oh, I am so relieved. Really, I am so relieved. Anyway, he says here, Barney Bertolt, when we started our long walk, few people had the courage to support me, and fewer still would be willing to put their lives at risk for my cause. But you didn't hesitate for a moment in throwing yourself at my enemies. We have gone through a lot together, and there were times I came close to losing all hope. Yes, I did just a minute ago. But with God's help, we prevailed. It is now time for me to leave your company and take what's rightfully mine. From now on, I will carry out the great responsibility of ruling the Fiat's Vein. There still lie many challenges ahead, and I count on your help in overcoming those. And of course, you will always remain as my foremost vassal. It was an honor to fight for your cause. There we go. I will miss living this life of adventure with you, but my duties await me, so farewell for now. I hope I'll see you again soon. This guy actually has really crazy stats, so... yeah. That's a lot of fun. Alright, so basically, we now... so we are now the fit... We're now the fit... You better make sure that I have ethos. You better make sure that I have ethos still, sir. Because if I don't have ethos anymore, I'm gonna be livid. I'm gonna be absolutely livid. But yeah, no, I think we should be good, right? I think we should be good, and we should have all of the vassals and stuff like that. Oh, they're declaring war that fast. They're declaring war extremely quickly right there. Okay, let me actually make my way over to ethos, because I'm a little bit worried that I don't actually have ownership over it anymore. But I'm gonna see, because he's probably gonna, yeah, I mean, I don't know what he's gonna be like, but it would be quite funny if he goes, thank you so much for giving me an entire kingdom. Now, you know, bugger off, you know, kind of thing. Maybe he'll do. I don't know. Surely not, right? No, this is still my town. Okay, absolutely fantastic. Great. Okay, well, there you go. We did it. So we have done the claimant quest. I'm actually really, really pleased about that. And now the only thing that is left is to paint the map green. And I guess we'll see what happens after that. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.